Alright guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So, third video of the day of the live stream, and we are now back to Gaming Dumpster. We've watched a couple videos of his before, and this time it's I explored abandoned pay-to-win games. Now, I did spot in the thumbnail, I think 2 games that I do remember actually playing myself. And since this video is not that old, with only 4 months, I would assume that the result is pretty recent, and I kind of want to watch that and see how some of the games I used to play at one point in time have aged. Probably not too well, let's be real, but let's see. As always, link to the original video is down in the description. Make sure you subscribe to Gaming Dumpster like I have, and let's get started.
Today I'm gonna explore banned pay-to-win games. Games that had thousands of players but slowly over time got abandoned by the community. Some are so abandoned that one game shut
It's no longer available on the Steam store. That is always a great sign. That is always a sign that a game did phenomenally well. I remember, like 10 plus years ago, like the early 2010 era, when I got my first laptop, a very, very old used one, really bad. Like, we're talking TF2 was the best I could play on that thing, and not at 60 FPS. And obviously, being a broke school student, you look for your free-to-play games everywhere, and then even after that laptop broke and I got a PC, I still didn't have the money for games, really. So you just look for free-to-play games left and right, and you're oftentimes bombarded with a lot of bullshit, a lot of scam stuff. I remember that. Those were some funny times, bro.
while I was playing. However, my goal is to find out if the game is overrun by pay-to-win players that didn't leave the game. Furthermore, I want to see if the games are playable without spending money. Starting with Ironside. Ironside is
The thing is, with these games, with these pay-to-win games, they're only fun if some people don't pay for it. Because, like, your expectations as a pay-to-win player is, I am paying God knows how much money they're pumping into. But let's say, like, what is a realistic amount for people who are actively playing these games? $150? Maybe 200, 250, I don't know. If I'm paying $200, $300 for good weapons, I'm expecting to destroy the people that I'm playing against. And in order for that, I need noobs or, like, none pay-to-win players that I can completely destroy. Pay-to-win stops being funny if everyone is paying for it and everyone's on the same level. It's only fun if you can destroy others. But if you're all on the same level, it's not fun anymore. And if those players who don't pay for anything stop visiting the game, it's only a matter of time until it
first-person shooter
dies
set in a
out.
futuristic world. The game gets often called a Call of Duty clone, so I was ready for the Nicki Minaj lookalike.
Oh, Call of Duty clone. I have never heard that term ever before, right? No. What an innovative way to describe your shooter. Call of Duty clone. I'm sure no one has ever in the history of mankind used this terminology before. Right? No, of course not. I remember when every single free-to-play shooter was like a Call of Duty clone. Even if it were completely different. Bro, it is free-to-play, and it has guns as a shooter, Call of Duty clone. Or the alternative, the fucking, oh, well, it's like Call of Duty and Battlefield together. What?
Futuristic world. The game gets often called a Call of Duty clone, so I was ready for the Nicki Minaj lookalikes. However, with just a handful of players left, it was
All-time peak 6 years ago with less than 5,000 players. For what I'm assuming is a free-to-play game. Damn. 24-hour peak, 154 players, right now 39. You know, in games like that with 39 active players, it's always the same people meeting in the same lobbies. It can be pretty funny, but it's also like, bro.
Pretty hard to find a lobby. I had to wait over
1 second. Let me plug in my... Oh, what's that? My iPhone. So I can charge a little bit at least. Its battery slowly getting
7 minutes
done.
just to find one match. The game gives you a lot of rewards right when you start, like coins, guns, and more. I got the M4 with an American
the
flag
staple.
on it and played Search and Destroy. Playing with that weapon gave me the nostalgic feeling for MW2. The movement and how the gun shoots in the...
I'm gonna say it, knowing fully well I'm gonna trigger people after drinking some water. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original one, is overrated. It's a good game, but people who say it's the best Call of Duty out there are fucking delusional. In my opinion, the best Call of Duty ever made is Black Ops 2. And what's the second best? I have no idea. But when people talk about how they have such fond memories of Modern Warfare 2, the memories they have is like noob tubing and absolutely destroying people online and getting like MOABs and stuff left and right and just completely abusing all mechanics. That's what they have fond memories of. And maybe even hacking. I think Modern Warfare 2 is a good game, but calling it the best Call of Duty, I highly disagree with that. Like, just alone, the class system that Black Ops 2 introduced was so revolutionary. If you then go back from Black Ops 2 to the older ones, and you have to build your class, you realize how bare bones it was.
game are almost exactly like the old Call of Duties. For context, I played MW2 for roughly 2 years, almost every day. So playing this game made me quite happy, and this showed itself in the gameplay. It's been a long time since I played Call of Duty, but in my first match, I was pretty good. Okay, don't look at the grenade throw.
Oh, that is great. That is, yeah, that is cool. Now that I think about it, what was the game? What was the game called that I used to play a lot as a kid? Ah, wait. First, let me... Wait, it's still on the Steam page? What the fuck? Okay. Wait, let me change it so you guys can see it. There you go. District 187. That's what one of the games that I played a lot was called. It was really dog shit and insanely pay to win. But it ran on my shitty ass laptop. In decent frame rates. And that's about it. It eventually got taken off the store. And if you and I go on Steam, yeah, there isn't anything. It's dead. I think they tried to rebrand it at one point in time, but nah. It's just not a good game. I did like it because I could play it, but it's just not a good game.
Dude, this is so dumb. Sorry. Guys, I'm so tired, okay? It's like 5 p.m. I didn't sleep good today. I know it's always my excuse, but it's true, dude. I'm not even lying.
What the fuck was that?
Did a pumpkin just kill me? What was that, dude?
What does...
Boom, dude. Put a big bada bong. Oh my god, dude. I didn't see him. He was camouflaged so good. I didn't see him. Oh my god.
Now that
so
is a Call of Duty
I'm
clone.
not putting that one
The
in.
campers in the
However,
corner.
everything came down to this. I was defending the bomb, but just shortly after, I was the last guy standing. This was my first match, so I was already under a lot of pressure.
That is stress-inducing. Being the last guy alive. In Search and Destroy.
Come on, let me clutch up. Let me clutch up. Yes, I did it. Dude, my first freaking game.
GG.
This is how my first game went, dude. Dude, my heart is pumping. This was so intense and brought me back to the old Call of Duty days. It's been a long time since I had fun in the shooter. Oh my god, dude. I'm not putting that in the video. That was so embarrassing.
And he still does it. What the hell was that?
Dude, this game is amazing. I love it so much. Oh, hit marker. How did
What?
I
Through the
kill him?
wall?
Dude. But let me try out the shotgun. Like, it's a secondary weapon.
What?
I'm never using the shotgun again. Never in my life, dude.
How many shots were that?
The shotgun.
I was about to say putting a shotgun at a secondary is a bit insane, but if it's that bad,
Like,
okay.
it's a secondary weapon.
1, 2, 3. 3 shots with the shotgun and he still survives. Bro, what is he shooting you with? Fucking popcorn.
I'm never using the shotgun again. Never in my life, dude. That was the worst play ever, dude. The worst play in my life.
What is that emote? The guy in the middle, what kind of
Ever,
emote
dude.
is he doing,
The
bro?
worst play in my life.
What is that emote?
I'm last place, dude. I'm bowing like, oh yeah, I did such a great job. Oh, dude, this game is... So far, I couldn't see that the game was that much pay to win. Sure, you can buy stronger bullets, but they are super cheap and can be bought with gold you get each game. Also, each gun can be bought with the in-game currency. The only thing that was slightly off-putting was the repair system. With each
Okay, a repair system, yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. We're going in the right direction of pay to win, having to repair your gun. Bro, this isn't fucking Dark Souls where our equipment can break. We don't need that kind of realism in our shooter game.
battle, your gun's quality decreases. You have to spend gold to repair it so that you can keep...
I don't know, maybe this is just me, but for me, in many cases, the more realistic a shooter gets, the less I enjoy it. Like these super tactical shooters, it's just not my thing. I don't like it. Battlefield with the tanks and all that flying and stuff, it is cool to look at, but I do not enjoy it myself. It's way too much. If there's a shooter I enjoy, it has to be something like Call of Duty-ish, something like that, just very simple. The more realistic it gets, the less I can enjoy it. Like something like Rainbow Six Siege, it's a cool game. But bro, I want to be able, if I play a shooter, I want to be able to just, turn off my brain and shoot some pixels for 15 minutes. But with Rainbow Siege, bro, you have to be tactical, you have to think, you have to do this and that. And I'm sure a lot of people love it. Same thing with CSGO and stuff, but for me now. Just simple, Bro, the other day, like last week or so, when my new mouse arrived, because I've had the same mouse for like, bro, 12 years or so. It's still working, but you can tell it's getting old in the age. It's getting a little bit old. So I replaced it with a wireless mouse, a proper wireless gaming mouse, and played like Valorant as a test round, or 2 rounds. Brother, I got smoked. I got absolutely destroyed because I just tried to rush in with like in Call of Duty. Obviously, you cannot play Valorant like that. But I didn't have any Call of Duties on my hard drive. Yeah, my mouse lasted me really long. I think I got it in 2014 or so, and it's still working. But it's just getting a little bit old, and it doesn't glide over the mouse pad anymore that great, and it's also pretty damn heavy. Like the new mouse is like less than half of the weight.
using it. But like I said,
Anyway.
you get so much gold that it's unlikely you will run out. However, this isn't the real problem of this game. Some players buy hacks to cheat in the game to have a bigger advantage. This is a known problem which you devs pretty much ignore. Which is also the reason why this game is dying and is going to shut down soon. Because of poor communication and lack of updates, players abandoned the game because they figured it will be a dead game soon.
Yeah.
Things like input lag, poor server connection and more were never fixed, and if they were, it wasn't really a fix. Even I noticed that sometimes when I shoot somebody, I would just not hit him. You know what's
That is something I experienced in so many free-to-play games back in the day. Either the ping is bad, some people just hacking or stuff
funny?
like that.
The game is called Ironside, yet hip firing with a laser attachment is more OP than the sight. The game is good but got stuck in the past. They focus more on getting more money through cosmetics than giving the players a new major update. I got kicked out of the game and thought at first that my internet connection was just bad. There's no way I can't even connect to the game
Bro,
anymore.
did you get
I thought
did you
I
get
could, like, play
banned?
the offline mission. Wow, okay, the game is completely gone. I cannot believe that I witnessed the real death of a game. This game
Ooh,
wasn't
real-time
that pay to
death.
win. The real pay to win maybe was the hacks that you had to buy. However, the next couple of games are so incredibly pay to win that they deserve to be 10.
Okay,
APB
here we go.
Reloaded is an open world online
APB Reloaded. Yes, I remember that game.
10. APB
I remember that. 37,000 reviews and an average of mixed. 15-year anniversary and still at mixed. That tells you a lot.
Reloaded is an open world online multiplayer game where players
Let's read the description.
that they deserve to be 10. APB
The world's first and premier action MMO third-person shooter allows you to choose between two sides of the law. So basically, the idea was you have like a free-to-play online GTA where you can choose to be the police or the gangsters, something like that. You know?
Reloaded is an open world online multiplayer game where players join either enforcers or criminals in a city-wide turf war. The goal is to complete missions, earn money, and gain reputation by either enforcing the law or causing.
Which sounds cool in theory, but like, quick question: who the hell wants to be a police officer? This kind of strategy would only really work if you have a very even amount of police officers and criminals. But I could not imagine for the life of me wanting to be a police officer.
Causing mayhem, all while battling rival players. I think this game was the first thing to ever come close to a GTA Online. However, just with a couple hundred players left, the game is pretty much.
But you can... It slapped differently at one point in time. Almost 12k players. And then that is a very consistent up and down. Always between 300 and 100 players. Yeah. As you can see, it peaked when it came out, and then over the years it just died down. I mean, in 2018, there's basically no movement. Even during COVID era, they didn't get more players. Like, that is crazy. I think basically every single free-to-play game, especially free-to-play Battle Royale games, got a massive peak in players through COVID. But there's nothing.
Then, as a criminal, you make money by either mugging civilians or do criminal missions. As an enforcer, you basically go against those criminals or other targets. The real fun begins already when you customize your character. Wow, you got the devil horns, I cannot believe it. What is this hair? Bro's 18
that
to
is
20
phenomenal.
years old. Look at the wrinkles, perfectly 18
Oh
to 20
my
years
god.
old. Oh my god, dude. This right here is the tutorial. Movement, sprint 50 meters. Oh my god.
Oh my
Why
god.
do your
I hate
missions, you also
tutorials like
complete a
that.
tutorial, which isn't the point of a tutorial. I took a mission from Double B and pledged to her. I have no clue what it does.
Pledge
The
to
tutorial
Double
was really
B.
helpful, so I went out to find players. Oh my goodness. What am I seeing, dude? What are these
That is quite the
outfits? Holy
pimped out
crap,
ride.
dude.
What is that?
Is this GTA 6? Is this how GTA 6 is gonna be? Oh, he's trying to pick up the shorty. Hey, shorty. Yeah! Party hardy, dude! Yeah!
What is that weapon sound? That is horrible. Hey, he landed.
On our turf. Better break out the guns.
I'm going to stand behind
What
this.
the
Nobody's going to suspect a thing. Yeah, you can see that I had no clue what to do when the mission started. However, once I got to the mission, it wasn't really clear what I had to do.
And you're dead.
What the
Nice.
bro? I cannot even kill them properly, dude. Oh, I killed somebody.
Got him.
There's so freaking way. Jump! Whoa! So sick, dude.
Is that supposed to be an
again.
Audi TT?
Whoa! No!
Probably.
I almost did it.
That is an interesting
Notoriety has
car to
risen
put in your
two.
game.
Nice job.
Notoriety has
Dude, there's no
risen.
way I'm just cuffed like this, dude. I mean,
Failed-
it's kinky, but...
Failed to jump.
This mission took a long freaking time to complete. I got killed the whole time by grenades or overpowered weapons. There's no freaking way I'm like...
What did
there's
you
no
die
way I'm,
from?
like, able to do it. There's... No way. Once I was done with that mission, I thought about buying a new weapon. This isn't so easy though. Weapon costs money you can get from each mission. However, it will take you a lot of time just to get the cheapest weapon. The thing is,
Of course.
players nowadays in this game have OP guns they bought with real money. I still tried my best to get the cheapest weapon by completing missions. The matchmaking is also the worst. We were always outnumbered by the enforcers. Even worse, we were both kinda newbies, so we had a pretty difficult
Wait,
outnumbered
outnumbered by the enforcers. So you had more enforcers than gangsters? What?
by the enforcers. Even worse, we were both kinda newbies, so we had a pretty difficult time to complete the mission. By the time I got there, the enforcers were camping and guarding the mission point. You're probably asking right now, what was the mission that the enforcers had to guard with their pay-to-win weapons? Oops. Spraying graffiti. I'm not even kidding, they had to spray the logo on the wall while we had to spray
What?
ours. At the end of the time, whoever controlled more points won.
Yeah,
The
nothing
players
screams
are so
gangster
weird in
more
this
than
game.
that.
You got the players who just chill at spawn, the pay-to-win players that are tryharding against newbies, and newbies. This is one of the worst games I've played this year. If I didn't get sniped from across the world, I got hit with a grenade launcher. If I would be an experienced player in a
Yeah, that is such fucking loser energy to have to pay money for a free game so you can destroy the newcomers. That is such a fucking pathetic thing to
game
do.
and see that in the enemy's team are newbies, I would let them win and even help them get their money up. However, this game has a reputation of having a toxic community.
Game overview. Toxic community. I have a pretty thick skin regarding in-game toxicity. But even I was surprised by the blah blah blah, the in-game chat. During the span of just a few minutes, I witnessed the following. 4 racist slurs, 2 ableist slurs. Bro, he counted all of it. He took like fucking notes. 8 instances of harsh profanity. 5 instances of new player bullying. That sounds like a Modern Warfare 2 lobby to me. I don't know about you.
And being super beginner unfriendly.
Listen, I like bullying. Why are some of you guys so toxic towards new players? Yeah, that's a good question if you think about it, because as a premium player, you're kind of dependent. You're kind of depending on the new players. So you can destroy them. And if they stop coming...
As a free player, your worst enemies aren't only pay-to-win players in this game, but also hackers. It is widely known in the community that hackers plague this game. The goal of the video is to see if
Has there ever been a free-to-play game in history that had, you know, a decent amount of players without any hackers in it? I don't think so.
free-to-play player have a chance in a dead pay-to-win game. After playing some more, this isn't possible here. I would need to buy so many weapons and maybe even hacks to compete with them. This reviewer spent apparently thousands of dollars into the game, which is free.
No. I could take... Whoa.
Even hacks to compete
Let's
with
look
them.
at that again.
This reviewer
If I could take back all the years and thousands of dollars I've put into this game... Bruh. Because some new players are usually old person losing their account. Well, maybe, but still, the toxicity towards them doesn't really help. If you're a premium player with the guns that you paid for, you're kind of dependent on new players you can destroy. If I could take back all the years and thousands of dollars I've put into this game. See, earlier I said like $200, $300. I guess I was a bit off. Thousands of dollars on a... Bro, when GTA 5 came out, this game was like, what, 60, 70 bucks? You bought like 200, 300 copies of GTA 5 for a worse game. Nice. Even if that time and money wasn't returned to me.
spent apparently thousands of
AP Reloaded Games is unethical, unprofessional, and just plain greedy. That would definitely give EA a run for its money, damn.
dollars into the game, which is freaking insane. It doesn't
But I do
stop here,
think APB Reloaded kinda profited from being one of a kind, at least at that time when it came
though, that
out.
the games have insane stories.
So they
Later
could
we have a
kinda
game
do
that
what they
forces you
wanted.
to pay monthly to join a non-pay-to-win server. However, Next is a game which had the potential
How
to be something
unemployment-
great.
unemployed
Casino
you
Royale
must
is a
be.
battle royale game
For real, but like, in order to get so much playtime, yes, but if he has that much money to waste, why? Like thousands of dollars, let's say thousands, plural, it should be 2,000 at the minimum. $2,000. You could have spent that on, I don't know, a new gaming PC, a PS, maybe probably PS4 back at that time, PS4 and Xbox One. You could have, I don't know, got a old used car, or got like new wheels or new tires for your car, or I don't know, pay rent for 2 or 3 months. He decided to put this in a unbalanced, graphically disappointing free-to-play game.
Players fight to be the last one standing using guns, armor, and supernatural powers. Just with over 100 players left, the game is considered to be dead by many. My first impression of the game wasn't that great. What is that? Why is he naked? Oh my goodness. You get to choose 1 from 3 characters, each having their own abilities. The other characters are way more expensive and have to be bought with real money. This can give you an unfair advantage because some characters have way better abilities. For example, Eric here has link teleportation. You can teleport back and forth to the linked location. This gives them an insane advantage against new players that don't know how to counter that. Sadly, I'm one of the new players. I chose the naked guy because I thought it would be a good idea to go invincible when I'm in danger. I tried giving him an outfit so the video doesn't get demonetized, but sadly that costs real money. Besides your powers, you also have abilities, rituals, spiritual guidance, and so many more things that could help you. Honestly, this becomes a bit confusing. I had no clue what each thing does and thought it was a bit too much right at the start. So I went in without any rituals or any knowledge what they do.
Yeah, that's also one of the things I never understood. Like, let's say you're playing hero shooter XYZ, and you have this one character that you always play because it's your favorite one. And it has a skin with an alternate costume that looks so amazing, and it costs like $5. Okay, maybe, I guess. But the people who spend money on skins, they don't just buy one skin, they buy multiple skin per character. And then they end up like for $200 just for skins, just to have the pixels look different. Brother, what?
Okay, I've seen people there. I think there were 2 people. What
that's
happened?
nice. That's nice. The surge of, or the insane amount of free-to-play games, or free-to-play battle royale games that spawned during COVID era was crazy. And like 80+% of them all just vanished.
This caught me so off guard. Until this day, I have no clue how he did it. However, this is just the beginning
Drone
of the
strike,
problems this game has.
That sounds very
I
fair.
joined another match and killed 2 people in the funniest way ever.
What? How did you do?
I got him. Looking back at it, I think they were bots. Nowadays, the game has a mix of real players and bots, which is annoying for some players. But here's where the fun stops. Oh my god, there are so many freaking zombies! This was a global ritual someone activated. There are many more global rituals like Burning Sun, where being outside slowly kills you, and more. However, this is very expensive to get, especially if you lose every match like me. This zombie apocalypse lasts almost 5 minutes. You can dodge them by hiding, but this doesn't work all the time. For some reason they ignored me here, but maybe because I wasn't worth their time. This is insane and can give you a huge advantage in a battle. In every match I faced this ritual, which got pretty annoying. Anyway, I went into more matches, but every time I...
Wait. So you have a battle royale game with kill streaks that you can buy with real money. Like a drone strike where you can, see people from above and kill them. And a fucking zombie apocalypse you can put on people. Ah, yeah, okay, that sounds cool. Let's give the untalented gamers a way to win a battle royale game.
in the top 10, I got killed.
By paying like
the real
$20 per round.
Every time I got killed, it was by somebody who had this Diamond League badge. Having this badge means you're one of the top players in this game. The game is dead, so naturally, the only players left are the hardcore veterans. The pay to win is also pretty crazy. Sure, no one can buy skills, but they can buy rituals, which gives them a huge advantage. Once you buy it, you have to keep grinding back to 1.6k. Players who pay can easily skip that and activate the global ritual each game. Not only that, but the premium heroes can only be unlocked with real money. The heroes can have better abilities, which if you don't have the counter for that, you pretty much lose all the time. Not only is it not beginner friendly, bad matchmaking and pay to win mechanics, but also plagued with hackers. Like in APB.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I was just waiting for it.
Ignore it. I can't 100% say that this guy was hacking, but he always super jumped to the exact location someone was. I tried it in total for 2 hours, but I couldn't get a win. 2-hour last game, Allots Online. Allots Online is a fantasy MMORPG
I
where
don't
you
think I've ever
explore
heard of it.
floating islands, fight enemies, and battle other players.
Okay,
in
I
a
think there's a
massively
reason why
filled
I've never
world.
heard of
You can
it.
create
That's just not
characters
my
by choosing
type
a
of
faction,
game.
race, and class, each having their unique lore, but often sharing similar abilities across factions. With just 24 plays in the last 24 hours, this game is the most banned game on this list.
Damn. 5 players right now and 24 players in 24-hour peak. All-time peak in last 12 months, 1,000. Oi, oi,
4
oi.
hours, this game is the most banned game on this list. However, the pay to win and what they did is even crazier. I created
Yeah, that's
first
probably
with
why it is
and went
abandoned.
into the game. The story begins that we have to listen to the speech of the Great Mage. While he was giving the speech, a black figure appears
Okay.
and smacks him in the back of the head. Then a nuclear explosion happens and everybody dies. We and some companions are still alive though. Here's where the tutorial begins.
The deaf, think about the deaf. Well, if you want to make money, okay, but I get why developers make games free to play. And I do understand that they also kind of need to make money some way. But then do it with like skins for weapons and for characters and this and that. If you can buy items that give you an unfair advantage, I'm out. Because whether I beat my opponent in the fight or not, it should be, it shouldn't be determined by who has the best internet connection or who pays the most for the weapon, but just skill. Theoretically, sure, you could argue, hey, if I'm playing on my 15-year-old 60 hertz monitor and he's playing on his fucking Asus ROG 7 bajillion hertz monitor with his 5090, we're not on an even playing field. Sure, but that's hardware related. In terms of game, we should be on even grounds just for owning the same game.
Where we learn to fight, interact with things, and new attacks. Once the tutorial was done, we get to go on a real mission. However, here's where the game becomes really boring for me. The entire time I just had
Okay, just a couple seconds. Just the
to go
movement.
on a real mission.
Look how fucking slow he is.
However, here's where the game becomes really boring for me.
Bro. That is so fucking slow. I think I would lose my shit. You have to go through the entire map just at that speed.
The entire time
And
I
look
just
at
had
that
to kill
combat.
these animals and gather some stuff. One thing that was
Bro, I could watch grass grow during that time. That's how fucking slow it is. Nah. I get it. Not every RPG is super fast and some are slower paced on purpose, but bro,
great was, even though I had no clue where to go, the game allows you to
like the very first time I walk into the wrong direction and then find out I walked in the wrong direction, I have to backtrack. I think that would be the time I uninstall the game. Just walking like 5 minutes in the wrong direction and then having to walk back at that slow pace, I think that would be the point where I would just lose interest and uninstall the game. That's how impatient I am with some of these games.
auto move to your mission. Here's also a thing that bothered me, the movement. It is so
The
incredibly
movement,
slow,
okay,
but
hit
maybe
us.
they did it on purpose. Later you can buy mounts
Possible.
that are faster. However, this costs either real money or a lot of grinding. You can probably guess that most players rather spend a couple of bucks to run than to grind while walking like a snail. If you didn't know already, this
I'm
game
okay
is
with
kind
grinding,
of a World of Warcraft clone.
but
Unlike World of Warcraft, this game is heavily pay
limits.
to win. For example, you can buy powerful runes that will give you a massive combat bonus. You can buy them either with real money or months of grinding. The cash shop also sells power enhancing items and removes death penalties. Some may say it's not pay to win, but even the devs are not ashamed to admit it. They even have another server that is some
what?
may say
People say it's pay to win or not pay to win are all expressing their opinions. The game is versatile enough that neither is 100% true. What?
it's not pay to win, but even the devs are not ashamed to admit it. They even have another server that isn't pay to win, but require a $7 monthly payment to play on it. Honestly, this is insane. I've never seen something like that ever.
Even with World of Warcraft, you have to pay your monthly fee to be allowed to play our game. The fuck? Is this Netflix? No, bro. I am buying your game once. And never again, and that's it. I'm sorry, but some people are addicted to useless games. Yes. And I can imagine that if you are in this very specific niche game like this here, and no one really plays it like as much as you, that you are one of the best, and that gives you like the adrenaline rush, and makes you think I don't want to switch to a different game because I'm the best in the world at this one. But like, I don't know, man. If you want to play a good RPG, play Titan Quest. Honestly. It costs probably also costs less than this game costs in 1 month.
Back then, people loved the game. Some found their love for World of Warcraft through this game. Sadly, not only did it die because of greedy pay-to-win mechanics,
That's
also because
the
of
thing.
the trust.
That's the thing. It looks similar to World of Warcraft. It also costs money to make progress, just like World of Warcraft. So why in the fuck would I choose this game over World of Warcraft? Like many copies of many free-to-play copies of existing games are popular because they're imitating the real thing, but for free. But if I have to pay for this game, and I also have to pay for World of Warcraft, but it's like 10 times better, why would I play this game? It makes no sense.
Being broken. The devs ignored complaints from the community that hackers and
Oh, that's
experts
always
played
great.
this game. Furthermore, the game apparently boosted
I think
player
we're
count with
noticing
bots,
a bit of
so
a
that it looks
pattern
like that the game has
here.
an
It's
active
always
player base.
hackers and always the
Personally, I
devs
did
just
like the
ignoring
game.
them.
The combat, for example, felt so anticlimactic with poor sound design.
I'm curious. What was this game called again? I'll look it up after the video's done, when this game came out.
So, none of these games are playable and are banned by most players. Funny enough, every dead pay-to-win game today has the same problems. The pay-to-win is too much, plagued with hackers, and not being beginner-friendly. I think this shows how important communication with the community is. Thank you guys so much for watching,
Yeah.
Stay positive and have a nice day.
Yay! Another good video from him. Let's go back. What was the name of this game? So I can look it up online. Allots Online. Oh, he's even showing here. October 2009. Huh. Okay. I would understand the graphics not being that good. But nah, still, there are games from that area or from that age that look better. Straight up better. Like I think Torchlight 1 came out in a similar time and it just looks better. In conclusion, I'll stop bullying new people even if they are slapping the shit out of me. Well, if they are bullying you, you can give them back a little bit. Let's put it like that. But if you are a pay-to-win player and you are dependent on new players that you can pub stomp, maybe be a little bit more respectful towards them. Alright, link to the original video is down. Make sure you subscribe to him. He needs a bit more subs in my opinion. Alright. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope I will see you guys in the next video or the next live stream where you can watch that live. Until then, have a great day. Bye.